Hi everyone, thanks for joining me for another Speech Active word stress practice recording. In this one, we'll be covering words related to IT tech support, but really these words are used in many workplaces. Listen carefully to the rise and fall of my pitch. This tells you where the syllable stress is. You don't want flat stress. There are no multi-syllable words in English with flat stress, and it's super important for clarity. I'll also point out key double and long vowels to check as we go. Advanced learners, you can listen out for the weak vowel schwa as well. Copy me. Ready? Apply. Application. Automate. Automation. Bandwidth. Configure. Configuration. Remember, if you're pronouncing these words with flat or incorrect stress, it's likely that listeners will find these words hard to catch, especially if there's background noise or if you're on the phone or in a video call. So practice those words with me now with better word stress so people can catch it clearly and easily. Ready? Connect. Connectivity. Compatibility. Corrupt. Corruption. Credentials. Cybersecurity. Database. Or database. Defragmentation. Deployment. Diagnose. Now, two things to check there. Between the first and the second syllable, we link those two syllables with a very weak y sound. So don't think about it too much, but it's good to be aware that that's how we link those two vowel sounds. Have a listen, see if you can hear it. Dia. Dia. And remember your O. Now this O is in an unstressed syllable. It's in the last syllable, which is not stressed. Ready? Diagnose. Now the stress moves for diagnostic. Encryption. Firewall. Formulate. Formulation. Functionality. Hardware. Implement. Implementation. Infrastructure. Install. Installation. Integrate. Integration. Interface. Interruption. Malfunction. Maintain. This word has two double A vowels. Try that with me now. A. Main. maintain, maintain. Check you're making two A vowels. Maintain. Now, in the word maintenance, the first syllable is stressed and has the diphthong vowel A. The second and third syllables are both the weak vowel schwa. Listen. Maintenance. Maintenance. Monitor. Multitask. Network. In the next word, check your diphthong or double vowel O. Know. Notify. Notification. Operate. Operation. Optimize. Optimization. Permission. Processing. Now, this one's important, and I often hear people using the wrong stress. I often hear them putting the stress on the second syllable for the verb. The stress is almost always on the first syllable in this word for both the noun and the verb. Copy me. Process. Processing. There is a rarely used meaning of this word, which means to walk slowly. And for that meaning, the stress is on the second syllable, but it's very, very rarely used. So we'll focus on the most common use of this word, which is process. Now, in the UK and Australia, we use the diphthong or double vowel O. Process. In North American English, it's more like an open R. Process. In the next word, check your O vowel. Pro. Protocol. Recovery. Rely. Reliability. Remote. Access. Two things to check there. Check your O in remote. And check your pronunciation of ac. Access. There should be a k sound, and double check you're putting the stress on the right syllable. It's the first syllable. Many, many non-native speakers pronounce that word as assess, and that, of course, has a different meaning. It is access. Now let's join them together. Remote access. A few more words with O vowels. So that's a double vowel. Check you're making two positions, O and then U. O. Ready? Modem. Code. Replicate. Replication. Resolve. Check you're making a good V sound at the end. Resolve. Resolution. Restore. Restoration. Scalability. Server. Check your V sound. server, software, specification. Now let's try specify. That has the stress on the first syllable. Ready? Specify. It's different stress to the word specific. Specific. Subnetting. Synchronize. Synchronization. Troubleshoot. Now let's try making excellent stress in some of those words in phrases. The configuration of the new firewall. Improved the company's network security. Regular maintenance and monitoring help prevent unexpected server failure. Ensuring the servers remain reliable and secure. The diagnostic tools showed a malfunction. In the backup system. Data encryption and authentication. Are critical for safe remote access. After the system installation, the technician checked for compatibility issues with existing applications. The IT team, so check you're getting a long E vowel in team. I often hear people say Tim, which sounds like the name Tim, T-I-M. It's a long E vowel. Let's try it again. The IT team. And now I'd like to mention here too that when we're using alphabet letters, like in IT, I want you to check whether you're pronouncing the vowels correctly. So when we say alphabet letters, there's often a diphthong or double vowel or a long vowel. So think about how you're pronouncing letters like J, G, H, O. Are you using double or long vowels as required to make those clear? The other thing to remember is that when we're using alphabet letters like this to make a word, we usually put the most stress on the last letter. So IT has slightly more stress on T than I. So that one has a diphthong or double vowel for I, and then a long vowel for T. So let's look at B, H, P. And CEO. So I want you to have a think about the acronyms that you use daily and just check, are you pronouncing the vowels correctly for the alphabet letters? And are you using slightly more stress on the last letter? So back to our sentence. The IT team used encryption and strict credentials to protect sensitive customer data. Troubleshooting revealed that poor connectivity was causing the intermittent service interruptions. Keep up the great work. Thanks for listening. Bye. Copyright Georgie from Speech Active 2025.